Hello to you. Well, it's Scott Picken. It's time for the weekly Wealth Insight. There's a great saying that I love and comes from Tony Robbins. It says, people overestimate what they can achieve in a year, but they underestimate what they can achieve in a decade. Now, when I look back on my last 10 years, it's been a phenomenal journey with a hell of a lot of learning, a lot of mistakes, and also, a fair few successes. But what was interesting is I wrote a book 10 years ago, Property Going Global. It was endorsed by Clem Santo. I created a 4-dimensional model on how you could actually invest around the world. And he was so impressed by it, he said, you need to write a book. And when Clem Santo, who's one of the top 5 strategists in the world, says, you should write a book, you kind of take that opportunity. Well, anyway, it went live in 2013, and I wrote it as an evergreen book. And the idea was that it'll live forever. Well, unfortunately, with the way the world's changed and how quickly it's changed, a hell of a lot has actually changed in the last 10 years, including me starting to invest in commercial real estate in 2014, and about 3 or 4 years ago in other alternative assets. So not only has the world completely changed digitally, most people don't know, but in 2013, you didn't know what Uber was, and I bet you 99.9% of you on here didn't even know what Airbnb was. I virtually guarantee most of you had never heard of crowdfunding. And yet all of those things became major things in 2013. And that was 10 years ago. So, this wealth insight is back to Tony Robbins. People overestimate what they can achieve in a year, but they underestimate what they can achieve in a decade. Where are you going to be in 2033? Are you going to have built a globally diversified passive income? Are you going to have the freedom that you want in your life? Are you going to have the ability to make the choices that you want for you and your family? Well, I'm super, super excited because with my partners that helped me write Property Going Global originally, we're literally launching the upgrade, the 10-year version. We're calling it Wealth Going Global because not only about property now, it's residential, commercial, and other alternative assets, and it's going global. But what we're doing is we're doing it digitally. I'm not interested in writing another book. It took me 18 months to write that book. We literally are doing it digitally. So I would highly recommend you come along, click on the link below, and come and decide what you want for your next 10 years. I've learned that most people get stuff done learning while doing. So I've literally gone and I've looked at the 10 people that I respect most when it comes to finance and investing, and I've literally taken their top 5 or 6 lessons. I've also taken the 5 things that stop us from copying investing based on the principles and the fundamentals that they teach. And then I'm going to teach people literally how you can choose the top 5 countries to invest in based on the fundamentals and the research, the top 5 currencies to invest in based on the fundamentals and the research. How do you get the right assets? What are the top 15 assets to be able to invest in? How do you find the right partners? And finally, how do you do portfolio construction with timing? If you want to come along, click on the link below. I really look forward to sharing with you. I'm super, super excited about the launch of Wealth Going Global. And again, I come back to what is the Wealth Insight. In a year's time, don't overestimate what you can achieve. But in a decade's time, don't underestimate what you can achieve. If you enjoy this weekly Wealth Insight, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, invite them. We literally are launching this Wealth Going Global on the 30th of May because the world happens quickly now. You don't spend 18 months writing a book. You get real, you get present, you get digital, and you take advantage of what's happening in the world at the moment. And most importantly, for me, my passion is to empower the 99% or even the 100% to invest like the top 1%, ultimately to make investing as simple as a swipe of a finger. But it starts with having a plan. You have to have a plan. And what we're basically going to do with Wealth Going Global is with a group of like-minded people, we're going to build it together. Over 5 weeks, people will arrive, we'll get the knowledge, we'll walk away with an execution, like literally stuff to do. And after 5 weeks, you'll have your plan. So for those people that like taking action, for those people that like getting results, this is for you. For everyone else that's going to have excuses in 10 years, this is not for you. You get to make your choice. Click on the link below if you're interested. And most importantly, have a wonderful week. Cheers.